Ladies and gentlemen, it's just an honor to have Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, a former combat veteran, a congressman, and now I'm happy to say he's running for the state chairmanship of the Republican Party of Texas. Welcome to the Denice Show, Alan West.
It's good to be back with you, Denice. I'm sorry for the sound. I'm traveling down to San Angelo, Texas to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are listening in Texas, let's all vote for Colonel Alan West, former congressman running again for the chairman of the Republican Party of Texas. So thank you for coming on the show anyway. We know you have an extremely busy schedule and you've got a family, you're on Fox News. I know you're so busy doing all kinds of things. I just want to take a few minutes of your time, and I want to talk about Turkey and what's going on there. I know that the President of the United States has done a tremendous amount of work trying to rebuild the United States military. He seems to be a man of peace. He doesn't want war. He doesn't want war with a NATO ally. I think the implications of going to war indirectly with the Kurds and the Syrian Democratic Forces is a concern to the president. And I think that with his whole heart, he's hoping that negotiations, and if not negotiations, sanctions, will be the answer. But Colonel West, what I'm concerned about is, as a Middle East specialist myself, when I listen to Erdogan speak to his own people in his own press conferences, and when I read his statements, it sounds like this is a man that looks to being the leader of the Muslim international community, and he sounds like someone who wants to reestablish a caliphate. Turkey under the Ottoman Empire had a caliphate for hundreds of years. It sounds like this is such a man that President Erdogan, the dictator of Turkey, wants to establish a caliphate. What would your recommendation or suggestion be to the President of the United States, sir?
Well, first of all, Erdogan cannot be trusted because he is an Islamist.
Yes.
He is going against what Kemal Ataturk wanted to have, which was a secular Muslim nation. He is the one that enabled ISIS in the first place. I think that the negotiation should be about
sir.
Out of NATO.
Okay, sir, we just, I know you're driving. You've got to get to that speaker destination, but you're going to have to repeat yourself because the call dropped for a few seconds. So let me tell you where you left off. You were talking about ISIS and the fact that the president of Turkey actually enabled ISIS, and you're absolutely correct on that. I know that they were given safe passage into Turkey to regroup, refresh themselves, and go back in and attack the U.S.-led coalition in Syria against the ISIS caliphate. So you left off there. Again, you're concerned. We're talking about suggestions to the president on how to proceed. So how does he proceed, sir?
Well, I think you have to operate from a position of strength. I don't think sending our vice president and our secretary of state over there to beg Erdogan, we should have chosen a neutral place, which allows us to have equal, prominence. And the other thing is that, first and foremost, I just really don't think we should have allowed Erdogan to get this position in the first place. The Kurds did incredible work for us in losing 11,000 people to help eradicate territorial integrity of ISIS. And they've always been there. They're very pro-Western, very pro-American. If you're going to have stability in the Middle East, there are two great allies that we have, Israel and the Kurds. And the Kurds are an ethnic group that, the largest ethnic group in the world that doesn't have a homeland. We should be working for them to have independence. And we should realize that Erdogan's long-term goal is to become a regional hegemonic dominant power. And that means he wants to eliminate the Kurds, he wants to eliminate Assad and Syria, he wants to eliminate the threat from Iran as well.
I understand that, sir, but let me just play devil's advocate for a moment. in light of the fact that the president has reassured the Kurds and made clear to the Kurdish people that we are going to keep a troop presence in Syria, in addition to the fact that we're protecting the Kurds, or we have the Kurds back in Iraq. So in light of those two things, and in light of the fact that we have to acknowledge the fact that one of the reasons why the Kurds had 11,000 of their people die was they're fighting for what they consider to be part of their future state, or what they hope to be a future state. But Colonel West, the Kurds also have what is in essence Kurdistan in Iraq. Might it not be a better plan of action for the Kurds to get off the Turkey-Syrian border because of the PKK, a Kurdish terrorist organization? Might it not be better to influence the Kurds to move back from the Turkish border there in Syria and move closer to Kurdistan, or de facto Kurdistan, in Iraq today? Might that not be a better approach? Because if we're going to have support of the Kurds, then don't we have to do something to end our NATO alliance with Turkey? How do we fight a NATO ally, sir?
It's not about, I don't think we need to fight a NATO ally. I think that Turkey is not showing themselves to be a NATO ally. They've purchased the very lethal and venerable S-300 surface-to-air missile system from Russia. I think that it would be easier for us to work with the Kurds to get the PKK under control than it is to cede territory and the high ground to Erdogan, which I think that you're reinforcing bad behavior. And look, this is the exact same thing that Neville Chamberlain and the Western powers believe. If we just give Adolf Hitler the Sudetenland, he'll be fine. Yeah. If we just let him have Czechoslovakia, he'll be fine. And look what the end result was. History has a way of repeating itself when you don't study it.
Absolutely. You're talking about the Munich Agreement of 1938. Yes, sir. I understand that, sir, and I appreciate that. I'm just thinking that you're right. We don't want to reward Erdogan. Absolutely, we do not want to do that. Erdogan had no right to enter the territorial integrity of a sovereign nation state, i.e. Syria.
Don't threaten the United States of America.
Right.
If you're a NATO ally, you should not be threatening another NATO ally,
right,
which is the United States of America. So right then, we should have said absolutely no. And as a matter of fact, we're going to NATO to start beginning to see how we expel you from NATO.
I absolutely agree with that, but let's get back to the heart of the issue. What do we do about troops? I don't really want to see Americans die on the ground fighting the Turks. I want to end the wars. I think there are lots of Americans, including military personnel, that want to end the unending Middle Eastern wars. What about a simple no-fly zone? Wouldn't that work?
You can have a no-fly zone, but you have the best possible scenario. You have the exact scenario that everyone keeps saying. Let's let other people step up and do the fighting, and we can provide them, resource support, what have you. That's what we're doing. I mean, we're not putting a large American force presence on the ground. Okay. And we're working with the Kurds to do that. So you have the solution that everyone is talking about. And again, I think we have to come to understand that the world is more Machiavellian than it is Kantian. There's always going to be someone that's looking to elevate themselves. And the United States of America, we can help to be a deterrent force with good quality allies on the ground.
Thank you, sir. Great interview. I appreciate it so much. We want to wish you the very best there in Texas. We hope you win the chairmanship of the Republican Party there. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. We'll try to get you back on real soon when maybe we have a little bit better connection. Thank you, Colonel Alan West. Have a blessed evening.
God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry about that. He had to get to this meeting, and we so much wanted to get his input today on what's going on. This is a man that's seen a lot of combat service in the Middle East. He knows what it's all about, and I wanted to bring his thoughts to you today. Well, I want to talk about Frugatti's. I'm going to Frugatti's restaurant tonight. They're on Coffee Road here in the Central Valley of Bakersfield, California. It's been rated over and over and over again as the best Italian restaurant. Again, it's right there on Coffee Road in Bakersfield between Truxton Avenue and Stockdale Highway. Hope to see all of you there tonight. And let's go to our Anatase products, Anatase commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're working for a defense contractor, major defense contractor, you want to hire Anatase products. Let's go right there, Isaac.
President Trump has correctly stated that economic security is national security. And in the Tehachapi Mountains of Kern County resides a United States defense contractor, Anatase Products. Here is the Silicon Valley of the aerospace industry, right here in East Kern. Anatase Products is a forward-leaning manufacturer and distributor of hardware sold to major defense and aerospace companies. We're talking about Boeing, Lockheed Martin, United Technologies, Northrop Grumman, Raytheon General Electric, and on the list goes, as well as to every United States ally worldwide, including Israel, America's most important strategic ally in the Middle East. And for everything that flies, Anatase Products is providing the parts. And with me today is the president of Anatase Products, Scott Baker. Hi, Scott.
How you doing?
Scott, tell us why you believe this corner of Kern County is the hub of the aerospace industry.
Well, this portion of Southern California here out in the Antelope Valley, it contains, some of the most cutting-edge technology going on in aviation today. We have some of the UCAS programs with unmanned technologies going on. We have Edwards Air Force Base out here who's doing continual testing in their area. We have the Naval Weapons Station up there at China Lake doing some fantastic cutting-edge stuff, cruise missile technology, and those things are going on. We have Scale Composites locally doing a lot of composite technology, which is new. We have SpaceX, which is a private one, putting a private entity putting things into space now. This area is the growth center for aviation's future, and this is the area I think that as a nation we need to be concentrating some of our effort and taking this technology. And as we all know, with the space program from Apollo years ago, out of these technologies, we the private sector are going to reap some of the benefits of that.
Thank you, Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Baker, president of Anatase Products. Anatase Products, located in the beautiful mountains of Tehachapi, California, in eastern Kern County, is home to some of the most innovative and specialized technologies in the world, including those at the U.S. Naval Air Warfare Center, Weapons Division at China Lake, Edwards Air Force Base, as well as Stratolaunch, launching satellites capable of delivering multiple orbits in a single flight to space. And it is Anatase Products that has provided the manufactured devices. And the president, Scott Baker of Anatase Products, Marine Corps veteran, reactivated on 9/11 to monitor threats to the homeland, is carrying on a tradition of providing for the security of the United States by manufacturing every kind of fastener on anything that flies, as well as providing a full testing destructive laboratory. Contact Anatase Products, now in business for 30 years, at 661-822-6873. Located at 1314 Goodrich Drive in Tehachapi for your manufacturing and testing needs today.